It's Monday today. It's Monday today, which means I get to go out. Now, of course, it's not a big deal going out, except it was a wet weekend, so I didn't get out very much. And sometimes I'm so busy during the week, I don't get out for a few days. So it's Monday. Now, Monday means I can go for a walk and I can have a coffee. But I particularly want to show you something. And it's going to seem like a very ordinary thing, but inside it, it captures one of the most profound ideas, I think, that you need to know about if you're interested in getting rid of any addictive or mental health problem, because it's simple but profound. It's a little bit cool though. Let me tell you a quick story. A fish tank. Two young fishes are swimming along, and then there's an older fish swimming this way. The older fish says to the two young fishes, "Morning boys, how's the water?" The two young fishes swim on, and then one young fish turns to the other one and says, "What's water?" Now, what I want to talk about today is what's water. Let me ask you another question. How's the air? Oh, bit cold, bit windy? Yeah. When was the last time you thought about the air? Probably never. Well, not very often, right? Water? Don't even notice it. Air? Don't even notice it. How's the psychology going today? Well, probably you haven't noticed it. You might feel the effects of it, but you haven't noticed it. So, water, extremely powerful, don't notice it. Tidal waves. Air, extremely powerful, don't notice it. Tornadoes. Psychology, extremely powerful, don't notice it. It can seriously do you some damage, it can kill you. So these are unseen forces, let's say, right? And I'm going to talk about the fourth unseen force. You don't know about it, you don't see it, it is extraordinarily powerful. Here's the question. Why did the driver stop at the red light? I know that you're likely to say because someone pressed the button and it's a red light and you have to stop at red lights. And I agree with that, that's all absolutely true. Here's the question though. Did the driver have a choice? Did he absolutely have to stop at the red light, or could the driver have driven through? Was there a choice in that process? I apologise for the wind noise and for the ambient noise in the cafe. I was using my phone and it picks up a lot of extra noise. So I've come into my study to finish this video. Okay, so I asked you to pay attention to the cars at the red traffic light. And then I said, why did the cars stop? The obvious answer is that the cars stopped because the light was red. I agree with you. But then I asked the question, but did the drivers have a choice? Now, you kind of go, well, yeah, but they had a choice not to stop. But why would you do that? Because the rules of the road say that you've got to stop. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I can't go to the party because I'm anxious. I can't go on the aeroplane because I might have a panic attack. I can't go on the train because I might have a panic attack. My work makes me stressed. He makes me angry. My little kid, seems out of control. I don't know what to do. I feel so upset. So these are all examples of the same kind of logic. I stopped because the light was red. I am stressed because my job makes me stressed, or my job makes me stressed. I can't do that because I'm anxious. I can't do that because I'm depressed. So the traffic light is a small example of a bigger principle, and it's this. We have an awful lot more control over things than we attribute to ourselves. We assume my job makes me stressed. No, your job does not make you stressed. You make yourself stressed and you blame your job. I can't go because I'm anxious. No, you can go, but because you've given away your power and control to anxiety, you don't feel that you have enough emotional resources to do it. So this brings us to this concept, right? As a general principle, you have all of the emotional power and control you need to do all of the things that you need to do in your life. It's true for everybody, more or less. Now, obviously, there are some external circumstances that limit your emotional power and control, but for most of us, we have enough power and control to do everything. You might say, well, I don't agree with that because I don't feel like I have any power and control. Well, no, that's okay, because if you have a mental health problem, or you're stressed, or you have relationship problems, really any kind of significant psychological problem, it feels like your power and control, your emotional power and control is significantly reduced. Okay, let me explain why, and then let me tell you what we need to do about that. So, you have all the power and control you need. Okay, you might not believe that, but let me give an example. So this is the one I always use, right? The Roman soldiers round up the early Christians and they say, you have to worship our pagan gods. The early Christians say, we're not going to do that. The Roman soldiers say, well, we'll kill you. And the early Christians say, brilliant, we'll be martyrs. Nobody can make you do something if you're not prepared to do it and you're prepared to take the consequences. Which means that you always have all of the power and control you need in all situations. Now, in regular life, we take power and control, we give power and control away. It's a thing that flows. It flows everywhere. In every relationship, in every interaction, power and control flows. But we don't see that. It's the fourth force. What did I say before? How's the water, boys? What's the air like? What's the psychology like? How's the power and control? Now, if you have any kind of psychological problem, you're likely to say, I don't feel like I have much emotional control. And some people say to me, I feel like I have none. How you try to get that power and control back is probably one of the key contributors to most mental health problems. What does that mean? Well, I don't feel like I have much power and control. I feel really anxious. I can't do that. Therefore, I avoid doing it. A big part of anxiety, probably a third of the whole anxiety presentation, is avoiding stuff. That makes things worse. I don't feel very good about myself, so I don't participate. I've got depression. I don't feel like I have control over my body. Don't go on the aeroplane, don't go on the train, don't go on the motorway, don't go in the car, don't go out of the house even. So our solution to our feeling of not having enough power and control exacerbates, magnifies the problem. And that's what generally takes people to therapy. I can't go out of the house. Okay, going out of the house is not the problem. Not having enough power and control is the core problem. Okay, you have all the power and control you need. You give it away. And the example that I started off with is that you give it away to the red traffic light. That's fine, we all do it. But you also have choice. You give it away to anxiety, but you have choice. You just don't see it. You give it away to depression or panic, but you have choice. You give it away to stress. You give it away to relationships. He makes me so angry. He doesn't make you angry. You choose to be angry. She makes me so mad. No, she doesn't. You choose to be mad. Anxiety stops me from doing this. No, it doesn't. You choose to allow anxiety to be in charge. I can't go on the train because I might panic. No, you allow panic to be the thing that tells you what to do. So in all circumstances where we have problems, we typically give away our emotional power and control. And we do it automatically. Like, you stop at the red traffic light, you don't think about it. You just do it automatically. That's fine. Many things, it's fine. But it's not fine if it doesn't work for you. The thing is, because we do it automatically, we don't see it. That's why it's the fourth force, right? The fish don't see the water. We don't see the air. We don't see the psychology. We don't see power and control. But if we started to see power and control, we'd see where we give it away and we'd see where we keep it. And we'd start to have some agency. We'd start to have some genuine sense of self-empowerment. Because if you give your power and control away, you don't have it. Anybody who has any kind of psychological problem will say, I do not feel like I have control. And if they do say that they feel like they have control, I'll say, well, like an OCD compulsion kind of thing, yeah. Okay, so you're not in control, are you? Any kind of compulsion, you're not in control.
So this is the thing that I wanted to talk about today. It's Monday, it's an opportunity to, to make a video and to talk to you about something that I work with every day when I'm working with clients. It's the fourth force. It's the one that's not seen. It's the one that if you start to pay attention to, you will see that power and control is in everything. And if we understand that force, that process, it gives us so much more advantage in being able to make things be how we want them to be in our lives. I hope you find that interesting. Please leave comments of your examples of giving away your power and control and you go, oh gosh, I never realized I did that. And if you want a homework, find 5 examples from your week where you have kept your power and control instead of giving it away. Bear in mind, you give it away automatically, so you've got to pay attention. 5 examples where you've kept it instead of giving it away, and leave those examples in the comments. I'll be pleased to see what you come up with. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen.